Johannesburg inner-city traders, supported by the economic freedom fighters, are currently marching outside the Johannesburg High Court. Now, this is against the city's program to remove vendors operating without authorization or a trading permit. This comes ahead of a court showdown between the Socio-Economic Rights Institute of South Africa, also known as SERI, and the city of Johannesburg. The court is expected to hear arguments over the legality of the city's cleanup campaign, which traders say threatens their livelihoods. All right, for more on this story, we cross now to SABC News reporter Lopang Alamo, who joins us from the Johannesburg High Court. She's outside there. Good afternoon, Lopang. So a number of the vendors have come out there in support of SERI, at least the position to say a cleanup in Johannesburg cannot somehow compromise their livelihood. Just share with us some of the sentiments of those gathered.
Mfundo, that's correct. In fact, quite a number of other civil society groups have come out in their numbers in support of the city of Johannesburg and its mayor, Dada Morero. Now, those are just some of the conflicting issues that have been taking place since this morning. Now, we do understand that a number of political parties are present here, the ANC, we saw Action SA, we saw some members from the MK party as well as the FF, as you correctly mentioned. Now, we also did see some other civil society groups, including March to March. We saw Operation Dueling, who then say that these street vendors should abide by the laws, the bylaws of the city of Johannesburg. Now, this cleanup campaign has affected quite a number of street vendors, most of them not having these required permits in order to find themselves trading in the inner city. Now, we do know that a number of them have already been removed, and in Fundo, over 20,000 informal traders in the city of Johannesburg alone. And that's quite a number of people who are basically trying to make an honest living. But the city saying that there are measures and protocols that need to be followed. Now, we will try and speak to some of these traders, but we just wanted to give you some visuals of what is currently happening. I think this lady here might be representing Operation Dueling. If we could also just try and speak to her. Hi, Sisi. How are you? You're live on SABC News. I understand that you represent Operation Dueling. You're here to support the city of Johannesburg and the mayor.
Yes, we're here to support the city of Johannesburg. I don't know about the mayor because it's the ANC that allowed this unlawlessness for the longest time. This didn't happen in 2025. It's been happening for over 10 years. That people jump borders illegally and want to come and trade on our pavements and block pedestrians from walking in their city, in their country. We are here to say to the city, we give them the support to enforce the laws, which should be that South Africans should be the one that get the permits to trade in a designated area in the city, not illegal people just hogging pavements and selling cabbages everywhere in the city. There is money, there is a budget allocated to keep the infrastructure upkeep in the city. Now that money cannot be allocated to upkeep of illegal immigrants demolishing our city. The informal trader is reserved only for South Africans, and that should be the case.
Thank you so much. Mfundo, one of the representatives of Operation Dueling, basically saying that these permits should only be given to South Africans. However, the SERI basically saying, but that is not the case. A business cannot operate by people's illegal or legal immigration status, to say that everyone has the right to somewhat make a living in this country. However, the problem now, Mfundo, being who then should abide by these laws? Who should these laws be focused on? So we're going to try and find one of these traders. I think I remember seeing them on the other end of this. You'd also notice quite a high police presence, a little bit more than what we saw this morning. We actually saw two nyalas, one from the Johannesburg Metro Police Department and one from the South African Police Service Crowd Management Department. We are going to try and speak to one of the traders. I'm hoping we can get at least one of them to talk to us about why they are here. Gentlemen, hi, how are you? Can we speak to one of the traders, please, if that is possible? Hi, Mama. Ninjani, besaqala ukukhuluma nalabantu abathengisayo. Ukhona umama ozofuna ukukhuluma nathi. Mfundo, they're a bit uncomfortable at this point, but I'm hoping we can actually find someone, sorry my brother, to try and speak to us. There was a gentleman who was willing to speak to us at this point, and we're going to try and squeeze in here, Mfundo, just to try and find out. Well, that other lady is currently speaking. If you could speak to someone else who's also a trader here at this point. There was a gentleman here, Mfundo, who was willing to speak to us. I'm not too sure which part he is standing at the moment. My brother, how are you? There was yes, not you. Where is there's a gentleman who was willing to speak to us. He's a trader. Where is he?
He's inside.
Okay, well, there you have it, Mfundo. I'm not too sure if we will be able to speak to him at the moment, but that is what is happening here. We do know that the court is yet to start. We did see the teams preparing and setting up inside court. Not too certain as yet whether or not that part of the proceedings have started. So we're going to try and get more context. So basically, the gentleman we spoke to earlier, saying that yes, he is a foreigner, but he is legal in this country. So what is stopping him from trading just as much as we see the South Africans who have these permits on the road to basically sell on the road. In fact, on our way here, we drove around the city center, but just trying to see the situation at the moment, and quite a number of traders are still busy selling. There are only a few stores that we saw being closed, but as things stand in Mfundo, quite a number of people are still trading, and we'll see the outcome, whether or not those people will be allowed to continue trading. And a lot of these traders in Mfundo actually saying that the mayor is doing this cleanup campaign to impress those who are coming to the country for the G20 summit. Now they're saying, but what happens then after? Will the city continue to ensure that the city is clean? We will find out. Sisi, how are you? Thank you so much for your time. Are you a trader, or are you here in support of the traders?
I'm a trader, and I'm a mother, and I'm also South African.
Please talk to us through what has happened to you. Where's your stall? Has that stall been taken away?
Okay, I'm trading in Divila Street. So earlier this month, Metro, they came around 4 o'clock in the morning. They chased, like when we are starting to bring out the clothes and everything. Sorry?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So they said we mustn't trade there because they want to clean the roads.
Yes.
So when they came back, they later came back to us and said, we are foreigners. That's why they are moving everybody there. And then they said we should go to their office and verify our papers. We went and do so. After verifying, they came back to us and say, no, it's not true. Everybody who's trading in the villas is a foreigner. And then we came out as a South African. That's why we are here now. We are saying we are not foreigners. We can bring out our IDs. We are not scared. Because if we are fighting, we are saying people they are foreigners. Why are you chasing away South Africans? I'm a mother. My kids, they go to school. They eat from the villas. I was asking the MMC the other day, as I'm talking to you, my child does not have a Pampers, does not have a milk. If I go to shop right now and steal, what is going to happen to me?
Criminal record.
What is going to happen to me?
Did the city communicate with you beforehand? So the first time they came to your store was the first time you found out about the cleaning campaign?
They just came, and then young youth, we have kids, and there's no jobs for us. Where you guys you want us to go? Where do you guys? I was here in this street since 2004. I'm trading there. This is where I eat. This is where I feed my kids. As I'm talking to you, my rent is not being paid. I don't have food. My child does not have a Pampers. What should I do? What should I do? I should go and steal. If I go to steal now, they'll be arresting me. They will say that what you are doing is not okay. I'm begging the South African government to feel the pain we are feeling. That's what I'm praying. Can you please, guys, feel what we are feeling? We have kids. We are not foreigners. Put us back where we belong. Please. You said we must have a permit to trade. We did so. So now, what did we do wrong? You said we are not South African, we are foreigners. We are here saying bring the Home Affairs. to verify us. We don't have a problem. Verify us that are we a foreigner or South African? We are full South African. We are born here, not because of we are here after 10 years to get ID. We are born in this country.
And we cannot all be civil engineering.
Yes.
And we cannot all be people who are educated in the office. We are in the streets. I'm educated. Here am I trading. My mom, I take over where my mom left. Mama ga ojwa Limpopo, len nage ojwa Limpopo since 2006. Mama ga na trend demonstrateni said. Up to now, my mom she's late. I'm taking over. So now, this is where I've been feeding my family. This is where I grew up. This is where I pay my school fees at UJ. This is where everything of mine started. And then out of nowhere, I've got a statement where I pay rent. Out of nowhere, 4 o'clock, while I'm still sleeping, I get a call that I'm no more, my kids no more I'm having a 5-year-old who's turning 6, going to grade 1. She has been accepted at Mel Park. What will I take her to with what?
Well, Mfundo, thank you so much for your time. Mfundo, we have literally just spoken to some of the traders here who say that 4 a.m. they were then just accosted by the law enforcement officers who were now then enforcing bylaws saying that they are not allowed to trade here. Now the bone of contention with what they are talking about at this point is the legality of their South African immigration status, but that's exactly what Siri is fighting at this point, to say that anyone should be allowed to trade and everyone should be given a permit to trade regardless of their immigration status. We're going to try and leave it there for now, Mfundo, as we try and get information as to what is happening inside court where this particular case is concerned. We're going to leave it there for now, Mfundo, and keep you updated shortly.
All right, Lopang, thank you very much as always for that reportage. That's SABC News reporter Lopang Alamu, stationed outside the Johannesburg High Court, where inner city traders are protesting outside the court. And of course, when we return, she'll be taking us straight in court to exactly what are the arguments that are being put forward by the city of Johannesburg as to why they have removed most of those vendors.